Now we're here with the lovely Miss Brandy Davis, Director of HR for FCC Environmental Services. Welcome to the Women for Progress radio show, Dr. Davis. Ms. Davis.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm very honored to be invited to this session. Very honored.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You know where we are here in Mississippi around this COVID issue. I don't know, where are you located, Miss Davis?
So our offices are actually just north of Houston, about 15 minutes north.
Okay, great. So you're not far from us at all. How are you all doing with around COVID in Houston?
We're doing as good as expected. Unfortunately, you know, it's typically Texas and Florida that's in the news for the increasing COVID related cases. And I think us as a company have done good in the strides that we're making, just making sure that our workforce is protected, that they have a plethora of information that they can take to their families to determine what they want to do in regards to their vaccination. And of course, we're strongly encouraging that as well, and for the workforce as well.
Yeah, we got to do that. I just want to, I know I've been on my soapbox tonight and let me say I'm on the corner with my bullhorn tonight, but I can't tell you, I want to repeat some of these numbers that Dr. Thompson shared with us. She says that there's 200 people. First of all, there's a limited number of ICU beds. I think she said they were all taken up, and that there's 200 people waiting for these beds, 200 people that are waiting for the beds. And then she said that between Friday and Sunday, and now today is Thursday, last Friday and this past Sunday, that's 3 days, we had 6,912 new cases. 6,912 new cases. Okay, that's the reality. So we have got to make sure that we're taking this thing seriously. She said also that the Delta variant was one of the most virulent, meaning that it spreads much more quicker amongst us, much more contagious. And I want to give you this number, 601-613-3737. 601-613-3737. You can get your shots done with the Magnolia Medical Foundation, or she can tell you where other locations are. There's free testing with Magnolia Medical Foundation right here in the city of Jackson. Dr. Thompson and her team is just such warriors in our communities around this particular effort and so much more. So we thank her for being on the front line in such an essential organization and clinic. Now she provides all kinds of other wonderful services. She actually is a medical doctor, an MD doctor. So if you need other services, reach out to Magnolia Medical Foundation. Also, they do all of these community service projects and causes and provide resources to our community, but they are also a medical clinic. So if you need some medical services, please reach out to Magnolia Medical Foundation, also right here in the city of Jackson, for your healthcare needs. Now, I'm going to tell you also that you can get your vaccine shots at Walmart. You can go to any of the Walmart locations. It's so very convenient. I went in the other day, even though I'm fully vaccinated, I wanted to see what the process was in Walmart. You don't even have to go to the back of the building. You don't have to even go inside of Walmart. Some of us say, gosh, I don't want to get into Walmart because I end up buying and spending money. You go through the door, and right there at front, there's a little window and office there where you can get your shot. I asked her what was the process. Did I have to wait in line? She said, look, it's so very, very quick. She said, you don't even have to have insurance. You know, if you have insurance, they're just going to ask you to show it because they have to have something to put in the computer. But if you don't have insurance, you can show your ID, and she just needs to put your information in the system. Otherwise, she says that even if there's 3 people that show up at one time, the process is so quick, there is no waiting. So you can do it on your lunch hour. You can do it before, if you're 8 o'clock time that you have to be at work, get to Walmart at 7:30, you're out of there at 8 o'clock. Walgreens, they are giving the vaccination shots. CVS Pharmacy is giving the shot. Kroger Pharmacy is giving the shot. Jackson Hines Comprehensive Health has several locations through the city of Jackson. They're giving the shot. Mississippi Department of Health, they're giving the shot. I tell you, practically you can get a shot on a corner somewhere, that there's so many places that you can get this shot. It's so convenient. It saved lives. Don't be just Googling stuff on Facebook and getting all this crazy information out there. Somebody shared with me the other day that the president of our country was giving away free tuition in order for people to get their shot. And I said, well, where is that website that we can get signed up? I want to go back and get a third degree. It's just like, it's incredible stuff that you hear from people. Somebody said that the administration was giving away houses. I said, my daughter's getting ready to buy a house. Can you send me that link? It is just amazing what we come up with. And look, we're not trying to shame people. We're not trying to beat you up. We try to say, let's get real. Let's get real. We are smart. We're intelligent. We can make great decisions for ourselves. We can great decisions for our family. You don't need me telling you what to do and what to do and what not to do. I'm just sharing the information with you, and I'm asking you as communities together, as people together in this community, you are part of me and I am part of you, and we're in this thing together. Unless you're in your house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you are part of my community. You got to step out to Dollar General. You got to step out to Kroger. You got to step out to your local gas station. You got to meet me at work. You got to meet me in community with my church. So you are a part of my community, and our rights coincide with each other. And so we have to think about this thing in a much, much different way. And thank you so much for giving me this time to shout and give you information and send an invitation out to you to get this done. We have got to get it done. Thank you so much. Now let's get into our really great conversation tonight. FCC Environmental Services. I want to say that again. FCC Environmental Services. They are a company that's looking to engage the city of Jackson and the state of Mississippi in some wonderful products and services. And so we just said, hey, who is FCC? Let's get to know who they are. We want to share that information with you and then tell you about their great business model. We need good businesses that come to City of Jackson that elevates the quality of our communities, elevate the quality of our neighborhood. And oh, let me tell you, workforce development. That's my love. Good workforce development. What good workforce development? Higher paying jobs, great benefits, full-time employment, okay? Higher wages, great benefits and opportunities, employment that transforms. And also, when we talk about what makes a good business, how do they look at community? How are they used? I always say to business owners, if you're not giving back to the community and you don't have a plan to where you're engaging community and being part of the community, you cannot say that you're successful. So I'm so glad tonight to have Ms. Brandy Davis, Director of HR, Human Resources with FCC Environmental Services. Ms. Davis, welcome to the program again. And I'd like to start by you sharing first, who and what is FCC Environmental Services, and what is your role with that company?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the lovely introduction. So again, Brandy Davis, I'm the Director of Human Resources. I've been with FCC since 2015. We are large internationally. We are currently in 37 countries internationally. When I started, we had a very small footprint. There were 22 employees there. We're about to reach 1,000. And we've done everything organically. We like to go into cities and municipalities and determine what their needs are, and how we can better serve the residents of that city and or county. So just in regards to us and our services here within the US, currently we service 8.5 million US citizens. We have operations with the city of Houston, managing their biosolids. We also have a what we call a MRF, which is a material recycling facility. Basically, it's a recycling plant. So we service that for the city of Houston as well. For the 2020 year, we were awarded Best Recycling Facility within the US. We also won that award in 2017 for the city of Dallas. So we have a MRF there as well. In addition to a collection contract with the city of Rowlett, which is a suburb right outside of Dallas. Our biggest footprint here within the U.S. is probably in Florida. It is definitely in Florida. We currently service Orange County. For Orange County, which is basically Orlando, we've got 87,000 homes that we service waste and recycling pickup. Lakeland, Florida, which is about 45 minutes southeast. It's about 77,000 homes. And then Palm Beach is 107,000 homes that we currently service. So definitely growing there. We've got new contracts popping up that we'll be servicing as well for Florida. Hillsborough County will be coming up in addition to the city of Wellington. So we've got some exponential growth. We're very proud to say we've done it organically without, mergers or acquisitions. We're really just wanting to get into the communities here within the U.S. and determine, again, like I stated, what their needs are and how we can be of better assistance.
And I want to reiterate that you say 8.5 million people that you're serving in Houston, of course, one of the major cities in our country. And also you've been recognized in Best in Recycling in 2020 for the city of Houston. And also, and you were recognized for Best in U.S. For recycling in 2017 in Dallas. And these are major cities. When we talk about Dallas and Houston and Florida, these are major areas where you're going to serve large populations and communities of people. So I wanted to just put a pin in that you all are have the experience of serving, not only providing practice services, but also servicing large populations of the community. And so that's good news. That's good news for us. That's good news for businesses like yours who want to come to this city and do business with the city of Jackson. Of course, we know that we've had many issues around waste management here in the city of Jackson, and we've had some challenges. And so we're so glad to be able to, for FCC to even want to come to our city, come to our urban city and provide the type of quality and services that you are currently providing in Houston and that you're currently providing in Dallas and Florida. And so we're big on community here, Brandy. Tell us, how does, we talked about, of course, the workforce development piece, the good jobs. And I know Dan made a presentation in front of the council the other day, and he talked about full-time. He made an emphasis that they're not using temp workers or those kind of things, that you're hiring full-time folks, putting full-time folks on your payroll with good benefit packages. And that means a lot because, in this day and age right now, where we're around COVID and economies that we are around this country, folks are looking for a solid, sustainable jobs that they can really create a future for themselves. So talk about how you all look at community and the work that you do.
Well, I'll back it up just a bit. We were interested in the city of Jackson, not only because we knew of some of the concerns from the community in regards just to the waste collection, but we were also looking into providing, it's strategic for FCC as well. It's, FCC Environmental Services, if we're so fortunate to be awarded, would be basically a regional hub. It'll be a regional hub for management positions. It'll be a regional hub for administrative positions, in addition to, the drivers and the hoppers or the helpers that do the heavy lifting, if you will, for the day in and day out for the operation. In regards to the actual workforce population, so just in our research, we were able to determine, I believe that the city of Jackson, the annual income is $19,000. So what we're proposing for our, what's needed for staffing for all positions is an annual average income of $66,000. So, and that's just in actual wages. Very, very big proponent of making sure that our employees are paid livable wages.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure we hear this. Did you say $60,000?
I did.
Oh, wow.
63,
wow.
Excuse me. Right. I think I said 66, but 63.
Okay, wow, that's wonderful. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Oh, no problem. So yeah, and again, I think a big focus with us was, again, no temp labor. We understand the convenience for people that enjoy temporary work, but we also understand that they're not necessarily committed to FCC, and in turn may not necessarily be committed to providing the service we want to provide. And then we understand that when people are actually bought into a company and they feel like they're part of a team and they have benefits and they've got some decent pay, it's things that they're not only taking home to their households and to their families, but it's also bringing that, again, that level of service that's needed for us to be successful. So no temporary labor is absolutely our goal. We like people invested in FCC so we can invest in the community that we're servicing.
Yeah, and you know, I'm as a workforce developer, I think that was one of the most exciting things as I began to have conversations with you all several months ago, is that you were sharing the possible work that you might be doing here in the city of Jackson. I was very excited about that, because when we're looking at an average of 19, that going from an average of 19,000 to 63,000, those are the types of businesses that Jackson needs to be bringing to not only the city of Jackson, but to Hinds County as a whole. I mean, you're only going to be hiring from our entire county. Yes, we're going to focus on, I think you're going to, of course, you're looking at a city of Jackson business, but you know, people all around Hinds County can apply for these jobs and be part of these jobs. And that's great news. Oh, that's fantastic news for the city of Jackson. You know, we have a lot of businesses that come to this town to do business with our people and to set up shop. And sometimes they're just not healthy for us. They're not healthy for Jackson. When we say healthy, I don't mean, you know, with chemicals and things like that. I'm talking about healthy as in they do not provide real opportunity to the city of Jackson, to where our citizens have sustainable jobs and also diverse jobs. When we think of these jobs, we're talking about management level positions. We're talking about CDL drivers. Hey, all you got to look up and you see what CDL drivers are making on a national basis. Also hoppers, those individuals that help with the unloading of the trucks. And then we're talking about even young people, our youth, because you're going to be able to hire people that are 21 and younger. So this is a diverse demographic of people that you're going to impact and the communities that you're going to impact. I'm just excited about this information. And tonight, our whole purpose is to inform people on who FCC Environmental Services are. Why do we, or why do you believe that you're good for the city of Jackson? And I think that's good news. So I thank you so much for sharing all of this information with us tonight. Now, I want to talk a little bit about, you know, this particular thing about community. When I saw on your website, when I look at all of you, even with your mission and your vision about how you look at community, there's a lot of bells and whistles you've added to possible products and services that our community might be getting that we currently don't have right now, that might beautify our community. So I want people to make sure that they engage and look at that. We love businesses that come to our city that improves the quality of living for us. And that's what when we look at good business development and economic development in our city, I want our community and those folks that are listening, that real economic development is those businesses that improves the quality of living for our citizens. That's what we want. That's the type of businesses we want. That's what good is good for our community. So we're excited about the FCC and what might be the potential for happening here. Also women, you know, I see you, of course, a director of HR for FCC, and you're a woman of color. We appreciate that. And so we love the diversity the FCC brings to the table. What have you found? You've been working with FCC Environmental Services since 2015 in such a leadership role. What has been your experiences with FCC personally from the standpoint of leadership within your organization?
Well, I love speaking on that piece because, like I stated, I've been with FCC since 2015. I've worked several places in my career, and as a woman of color, sometimes you're left off the table or left out of the meeting. That's not the case at FCC. I give some recognition to our CEO as well, Anio Sanz, because he is a strong proponent for women and women of color as well, being at that board table and making sure that their voices are heard. He understands that oftentimes, just statistically, particularly in Europe, that women are harder workers. He understands some of the values and some of the things that they bring to and offer to the table. My department is are made up majority of minorities, and our workforce as well are a majority minorities. So it's very important for me to make sure that not only do we have representation on people of color and different genders, but also that we have representation as a whole, everyone, white, Black, Asian, doesn't matter, but we need to make sure that everyone's voice is heard and felt within FCC. And so that's one of the reasons I'm here. I'm still here, and certainly enjoy working for FCC.
Well, with the last couple of minutes we have, I want to say too, I love the diversity piece, because even here in the city of Jackson, even if many of us consider us an urban city, we have a diverse population here. We have, whether it be Black or white or brown, we have people from all walks of life here, and all cultures here. We have a large college base here where we bring people in from all over parts of the world to be in our community colleges, to be educators, to be business owners. And so we love the idea of that diversity. And so we're so glad that FCC Environmental Services provide that. And this is the conversation we're having with FCC, but really this conversation is about what's good for Jackson. And what Jackson is looking for. A lot of times when we think about urban cities, people think they can come here and kind of do what they want and just kind of put down things where they want to put them. But that's not the case. We are business owners here. We are homeowners here. We love our schools. We love our city. We love the art and culture that the city of Jackson brings. So much history here that we love. Now that some of that history has been tough. It's been tough, it's come with challenges, but where we are as a community and where we are as families, where we are as an economic community, we love Jackson. We love the city of Jackson. Do we have challenges? Yes, we have challenges. People are having challenges all over the world, urban or non-urban, but we want what's best for us, and we want best for our families, and we want best for our communities. And that has to come with good business development. We have to sit at the table with people who want to look at City of Jackson as way we look at it, that it has a great future and it had a great past, and that it has a great present of where we are. And the way to do that is to make sure that business have accountability to where they're servicing our communities, they're uplifting our communities, and that they're bringing good workforce development to our communities. So that's what we want. I don't think any of us as citizens can argue with that. I think that's good news. I think that's real good news. So I thank you so much tonight, Ms. Brandy Davis, who's Director of Human Resources for FCC Environmental Services. You've been so wonderful to come on tonight. I think we reached out to you in a very short notice, so we thank you so much for taking the time with us tonight. You've spoken so eloquently about such a great company that has its footprint not only in this country, but other countries, and also in major cities like Houston and Dallas, and you've been recognized in best of, when I said best of the United States, in so many different areas in Dallas and Houston, and you're serving the Florida community, which is such a huge community. And you come with experience, and you come with so much that you bring, and you're asking to be part of the City of Jackson business community to provide us with products and services that's going to elevate the quality of living for us as citizens. So we thank you. We thank you for reaching out to us as a city. We thank you for sitting with our administration and our council people on trying to work through an agreement that will be good for us and good for its citizens. We thank you so much for giving us the respect that we deserve as a city. And we just really, really look forward to hopefully engaging you with your products and services and your workforce development that you bring to the table. Thank you so much again, Brandy. This has been a wonderful, wonderful event. Now that you know where Women for Progress Radio is, Please continue to listen in with us. Our website for the radio is womenforprogressradio.com, womenforprogressradio.com. Every time we go live on Facebook, we're also live at womenforprogressradio.com, so you don't have to get on social media to get us. Of course, our website has the history of our work. It's womenforprogress.net, womenforprogress.net. Reach out to us on our email at mail, M-A-I-L, at womenforprogress.net, or give us a call at 601-259-6770. This organization has been around for over 44 years. It was founded by Miss Dorothy Stewart Samuel, one of the most incredible educators, community advocates, and leaders in our communities. They created this organization over 44 years ago to be a vehicle for community service, to be a catalyst for change in the state of Mississippi. And she has left us a legacy that over 300 women in membership from all industries and walks of life continue to engage and use it as a vehicle, not only to uplift themselves, but to uplift their communities, their economies, and their states. And we are so grateful for your participation, your continued to stay tuned in with us, to link with us in the work that we do. We appreciate it and thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to Women for Progress Radio tonight. And we look forward to seeing you again next Thursday at the same time, and every Wednesday from 12 to 1 with the Working Woman Report. Thank you so much. And thanks to all my guests that joined us tonight, and have a great night. Thank you.